They say every house has a history, but some histories are better left buried. Mine? It clawed its way back from the dark. There's a hidden room in my basement I never noticed before. You ever have that feeling like your house is keeping secrets from you? I've lived in this place for almost 5 years. It's not very old, maybe late 70s. Nothing about it ever struck me as creepy or mysterious. It's a simple 2-story house with a half-finished basement. I use it mostly for storage. Nothing out of the ordinary. Until last week. It started with a dripping sound. Late at night, I was working in the living room and I kept hearing. Thought maybe a pipe was leaking. So I grabbed a flashlight and headed down to the basement. Nothing. All the pipes looked fine, dry, but the sound, it wasn't echoing from the ceiling. It was coming from the far wall. And that's when I noticed something strange. There's this old shelf unit down there, loaded with boxes, paint cans, a broken vacuum, stuff I haven't touched in years. But behind it, the wall didn't look right. The paneling seemed off, almost like it had been added later. Curious, I started moving the shelf, and behind it, I found a thin line in the wall, a seam, like a door without a handle. This can't be real. But it was. I ran upstairs, grabbed a crowbar, and came back down. It took some effort, but I pried the panel loose. Behind it, a door, an actual old wooden door with peeling green paint and rusted hinges. There was no handle, just a round metal ring. My heart was pounding as I pulled it open. What I saw was a room, small, no more than 10 feet by 10 feet, stone walls, a dirt floor, and in the center, a single wooden chair facing the corner. Nothing else. No windows, no light fixtures, just that damn chair. I backed out slowly, closed the door, and sat on the basement steps for what felt like an hour. I tried to convince myself it was a root cellar or storm shelter, something old, just forgotten. But deep down, I knew that room wasn't supposed to be there. That night, I barely slept. The next day, I told my friend Nate. He's into urban exploration and weird history stuff. He practically begged me to let him come check it out.
You're telling me you found a hidden room in your basement and you didn't explore it? Dude, this is how horror movies start.
Exactly, which is why I left it alone. But later that night, with Nate by my side, we went back down there. This time, I noticed something new. The chair had moved. It was still in the same room, but now it was facing the door.
Did you move that?
Number, I haven't been down here since yesterday. He shined his phone light around.
Yo, there's stuff buried under the dirt.
We started digging with small hand shovel I keep around. Just a few inches down, we found the corner of a metal box. Rusted, old. We dug it out and opened it. Inside was a leather-bound journal and a porcelain doll. The doll's face was cracked, one glass eye was missing. But the journal, it was worse. The pages were filled with cramped handwriting, page after page, some in English, some in Latin. One entry caught my eye. The chair must face the corner at night. If it turns, so do they. Keep the door locked. Keep the candles lit. Do not listen to the whispers.
Yeah, no. This is demon stuff. I'm out.
I can't blame him. He left, and I was alone again. Over the next few nights, things got worse. The chair kept moving. Sometimes it would be in a different spot. Once, I found it tipped over, like someone had stood up in a hurry. Another time, the journal was open on the floor, even though I'd closed and locked it in a drawer. But the worst was the night I heard footsteps. Slow, scraping, coming from inside the hidden room. I armed myself with a baseball bat and went down. The door was closed. I pressed my ear against it. Silence. But when I opened it, the room was empty, except the chair was now facing me, placed exactly in the middle of the doorway, and on the seat was the doll. I should have burned it all. The room, the journal, that cursed little thing. But I didn't. I was frozen. A few nights later, I woke up to find the basement door wide open. That's upstairs. In the main hallway, I live alone. I crept down, bat in hand. The door to the secret room was ajar. Inside, the candlelight flickered, but I hadn't lit any candles. Someone or something had, and sitting in the chair this time was a figure. A man, thin, pale, wearing old torn clothes. His face was hidden in shadows, head tilted downward. I stood there, not breathing. He slowly raised his head. Black eyes. No. His mouth didn't move, but I heard it, right in my head. You should have left it closed.
You should have left it closed.
Since then, I've had my house blessed. Twice. I sealed the room back up, nailed it shut, moved furniture in front of the wall. But I still hear the dripping, the footsteps. Sometimes I find dirt on my kitchen floor, or the smell of candle wax in the air. I don't go into the basement anymore, but deep down, I know it's still there. That room, that chair, that thing, and the journal. I tried to burn it. It wouldn't catch fire. It's sitting in a drawer upstairs right now as I record this. I haven't touched it in days, but tonight when I passed the drawer, it was open, and the last page of the journal had something new written on it. My name, in red. They say the past can't hurt you, but what if the past was waiting behind a wall you were never supposed to find?